initiated plans to restrict the direct export of valuable minerals in their raw forms from the country. This follows the ongoing construction of mega gold processing plant worth around 5.8 billion shilling, which authorities say portends a major policy shift to increase revenue for the government. Kenya plans to restrict direct export of valuable minerals in raw forms. Construction of mega gold processing plant worth around 5.8 billion shilling is underway. Other African nations have already placed restrictions or tightened regulations on raw minerals exports. Truth be told, kudos to Kenya. You people have done well. Yes, because we can't keep losing our raw materials in the numbers we are losing them to these countries. It is better for the governments in Africa to build the appropriate plants to be able to process these raw minerals and export them as a finished product. Because when it comes to some of these minerals, nothing is waste. So whatsoever is called waste can be used to produce something else, which is going to be essential for the existence of mankind. And when African countries are taking moves like this, it is going to create massive jobs in Africa. That is just the truth. Because when countries in Africa are building the plants, these raw materials are being processed from raw materials into finished goods. African youths will be employed. African youths will be the one working in these companies. If some of our African leaders know the right thing to do, normally we are supposed to have 90% of the workers there being Africans. If we are to have any expatriates at all, they should be 5 or 10%. Yes, by so doing, you will see that all these countries will be creating jobs, their revenues will be increasing, because for years these people have been taking our raw materials out, they will refine them, they will process them, creating jobs for their own people. At the end of the day, the things they tell us is waste, they will still use it for something else that is essential and that is going to be productive or for the consumption of their own people. So it is very good that Kenya is doing this. Kudos to Kenya. I hope that more African countries will follow suit. The earlier the better. Because when we imagine that 2 months ago, the second biggest diamond stone was found in Botswana, and Botswana don't have right over this diamond. That is appalling. That is wickedness. That is evil. And truth be told, all these countries in the West don't want an independent Africa, because an independent Africa will crumble most of their economies. That is the truth. Because an independent Africa will emerge as a superpower in the world that most of these countries, some of them put together, cannot compete with Africa. The earlier we understand that and key into it by uniting ourselves, by supporting each other to liberate ourselves from these imperialists, to cut off our remaining final chains, the better for each and every one of us. Because united we stand, divided we fall.